Matthew 15 and 22. And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast and cried unto him, saying, Have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with the devil. But he answered her not a word. And his disciples came and besought him, saying, Send her away, for she crieth out after us. But he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Then came she, and she worshipped him, saying, Lord, help me. But he answered her and said, It is not meet for me to take the children's bread and to cast it to the dogs. And she said, Truth, Lord, yet the dogs eat the crumbs which fall from their master's table. Then Jesus answered and said unto her, O woman, great is thy faith. Be it unto thee even as thou wilt. Now I want you to take note that in the beginning of this reading, this woman came to Jesus, crying out to him, asking for help, that her daughter was grievously vexed. But I want you to take note that Jesus did not even say a word to her. It's almost as if he did not even acknowledge that she was speaking to him. It's as if she wasn't there. Yet she was there asking him for help. Rather than speaking to her, he turned around and started speaking to his disciples, telling them that he wasn't sent. He was sent only to the house of Israel. That he had no intentions of helping this woman. He had no intentions of granting this woman her request. But how many know the power of worship will cause the atmosphere to change in your favor? When it seems like there's no hope, when it seems like you cannot get through just by a prayer or just kneeling down, but you begin to let your mind and your heart begin to worship God, and it's going to cause a change. And he didn't even acknowledge that she was there. I don't care what somebody may tell you or what you may think. Worship is more than just getting up here singing a song, a beautiful song or a beautiful melody. True enough, you can usher in song.
Yes.
But true worship, it comes from within.
Yes.
True worship is something that causes God to move even when he don't have any intentions of moving in your behalf. And this woman, she cried out, "Oh Lord, have mercy on me." Now, I want you to keep in mind that this woman she was Canaanite descendant. She was a woman of Canaanite. And the Canaanites, they settled the land before Abraham arrived, about 2000 BC, before Abraham's time. Canaan, which is the son of Ham, came in and settled this land. Different tribes in this land. And this land that they were on was supposed to be the land of promise. But eventually, the Canaanites, they was driven out of this land by Israel through the command of God, because they began to worship pagan religions. They began to worship pagan gods, and so God commanded Israel to drive them out of the land of promise. And now the Bible is telling us that this same woman, this woman that come to ask Jesus for help, she was a woman that of this descendant of the Canaanites. And then somewhere the Bible tells us that I think I'm reading the Bible or the Bible dictionary one, but the Jews and the Canaanites, they were even forbidden of God in marriage or any kind of relationship between the two. But here we see that there is a woman here from the Canaanites coming to ask Jesus to have mercy on her. Have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David. Not for herself, but she was looking for a miracle for her daughter that was previously vexed with the devil. And the disciples told him to tell this woman to go on. But Jesus wouldn't say anything. He didn't say anything to her. But like I said, there's something about when you come back to God in a spirit of worship. When you come to Him and you have something on the forefront of your mind that you need Him to do for you, and you come to Him in worship, in a worship mode, your mindset is to worship this man. To show Him how much you adore Him. To show you that He's the only one. That got Jesus' attention. That got Jesus' attention. Whereas at first He wouldn't even say anything to this woman. didn't give up. She came back. And the Bible says she came back and she worshiped him. Saying to help me, have mercy on me and my daughter. It got his attention. He may not have shown it right then, but it got his attention. It's something about worship. It's something about when you make up your mind that you're going to worship God, that there's no other way, that there's no other hope, but except for you to worship God. Then it's going to move him. We look at this woman with the issue of blood for 12 years. She spent all her money. She spent all her money through these physicians, and she still can